The push to connect seniors to COVID-19 vaccinations is ramping up in Florida this week. The push to connect seniors to COVID-19 vaccinations as more pharmacies are joining the list.
WPTV News Channel 5's Lenny Supal joins us from Winn-Dixie and Vero Beach, where the store just rolled out vaccines today.
Good evening. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, Miss Winn-Dixie here in Vero Beach started administering its first batch of COVID-19 vaccines, but appointments were fully booked before the day even began, causing more frustration and confusion. Access to the COVID-19 vaccine is improving, but some customers at this Winn-Dixie and Vero Beach say it's not fast enough.
It's frustrating, but there's a lot of us out there who are in the same boat. We don't know a whole lot of seniors who've already gotten their shots.
For the Fowlers, each day is met with uncertainty. Jay Fowler is a veteran and was able to get a COVID-19 vaccine at the VA hospital West Palm Beach back in January.
Waiting until the end of this month, then I'll get my second shot.
However, his wife Judy is still waiting to get an appointment, yet feeling encouraged after learning the state is expected to receive more than 65,000 doses of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine that will be sent to hundreds of Publix, Walmart, Sam's Club, and Winn-Dixie pharmacies throughout the state. Vero Beach is the only Winn-Dixie location distributing vaccines throughout the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast. Julie Fowler knew about it in advance. However, her lack of access to the internet poses yet another challenge.
They had a number in the paper. If you didn't have a computer, you could sign up. The number wasn't even taking any information. It just said there's no vaccine. So you couldn't get on the waiting list. You still had to have a computer to do anything. And if you don't, you're out of luck.
Starting tomorrow, 5 Walmarts and 1 Sam's Club on the Treasure Coast will start administering vaccines, but they too also require people to make an appointment online. Reporting from Vero Beach, Lenny Supal, WPTV News Channel 5.
All right, Shalom. To the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Bashim Shah, Wahakadash Wakah, double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone, peace and blessings to the faithful elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction that's been declared from the beginning to come upon America, and to all the wicked inhabitants hereof, to the whole globe as well, but primarily here, those slated to be saved also being declared in the Bible from the beginning, being none other than the Israelites, who are today being called so-called black people, so-called Native American Indians, Negroes, West Indians, Latinos, Seminole Indians, Hispanics, African Americans, Afro people scattered abroad. The men of these people teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, and the men, women, and children in sincerity, and the men, women, and children of these people who have turned back to their true heritage, the true doctrine of the Bible, and are ended according to their works, the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, Shalom. So it's the 40th episode of I Will Stand Upon My Watch. And you see, man, it pretty much is a bunch of witches and warlocks loose, and we just gonna be covering how they pretty much the rollout already started. So you at just local Walmart or Publix or wherever you may be, because you got different grocery stores in different states and stuff like that. But primarily, it's a Walmart area where you could pretty much, you're probably gonna end up seeing, this Maxxination being rolled out, and that's what the target is. This was a part of Joe Biden's. I think I still got it on here. Joe Biden's 100-day outline plan. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. He wanted to get the the Maxxination in the local neighborhoods. What's more local than the Walmarts and the Publix, and the Sam's Clubs? Nothing. Who works at Walmart? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Biden 100-day outline. We're gonna jump straight to the point. This won't be a long one because it's pretty simple. It's like, I'm gonna get the short one. because within this, he said a lot, you know. I'm gonna see. Let's try this one.
It's powered by Verizon for as little as $25 a month, but it gets crazier. Bring a friend every month and get every month for $5. Boom. 12 months of $5 wireless. Visible. Wireless that gets better with friends.
President-elect Joe Biden formally introducing his team of health experts today and announcing a three-part plan to fight the coronavirus in his first 100 days in office.
It's not a secret how to do it. Masking, vaccinations, opening schools. These are the three key goals for my first 100 days.
NBC News correspondent Mike Memoli joining me now from Wilmington, Delaware.
All right. Now we're going to jump back. I'm going to run through this.
We want to take you now to Wilmington, Delaware, where President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris are expected to introduce their nominees and appointees for their health team as the coronavirus intensifies nationwide. Let's listen in.
Risk of becoming numb to its toll on all of us. In all corners of the country, to everyone. I'm encouraged by the bipartisan efforts in Congress around the $900 billion economic relief package, which I've said is critical. But this package is only a start for more action early next year. We must also focus significant resources on direct public health response to COVID-19. Our preliminary view of Trump administration's vaccine distribution plans confirms media reports. Without urgent action by this Congress this month to put sufficient resources into vaccine distribution and manufacturing, which the bipartisan group is working on, there's a real chance that after an early round of vaccinations, the effort will slow and stall. Let me repeat, we need Congress to finish the bipartisan work underway now. Administration Act now, though, to get our kids back into school and keep them in school. If Congress provides the funding we need to follow, then my team will work to see that the majority of our schools can be open by.
Slovakia, jumping to the point. But yeah, he says that they're gonna pretty much you fuck around, you mess around, walk outside, you know, and they got a Maxine van set up outside, you know, getting everybody in the neighborhood, you know, and you can see that idea, you can see that, you know, being, you know, set up with, you know, them having it at your local Walmart, Publix, man. All right.
Profit off of people's health.
And who community did he specifically say? He said so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right. Shalom,
and the secretary, HHS secretary, he will skillfully oversee the CDC and the FDA, Medicare and Medicaid. No matter what happens in the Supreme Court, he'll lead our efforts to build on the Affordable Care Act.
Now, who's on that? Who's on these plans? So-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Medicare, Medicaid.
The world-class management of the country. Director of NationalCare.gov, one of the world's top children's hospitals.
See if I can get it.
Research scientist.
I don't remember the timestamp, but we went over it in one of our watches. I think it was like the second watch, something like that.
Serve again as Surgeon General, but with
not watch. That's declaring the beginning, the end from the beginning.
I believe as well as any person I've ever worked with, that can help you.
But yeah, let me see, man.
Color. I concluded that I wanted, we needed the COVID.
I think that's
in the fourth quarter of this year, we plan to go public at the New York Stock Exchange. Today,
19 Equity Task Force. Restore morale and public trust. She'll marshal our finest scientists and public health experts at CDC to turn the tide on this urgent crisis we're facing today. The young doctor to pursue for pioneering research in virus containment. Now, to chair that, the chair at iPoint will lead our efforts to grow up. We will have served. We know each other. We've known each other before.
Hey, brother, if you can go to the video, I think it's one of the watches. It might be the second or third watch. Now I keep saying watch, declaring the end for the beginning. The one when we brought the Biden's outline plan out, and we jumped straight to the point. If you can drop which one that was, it should be the first or second one. We did the second or third one. It might be one. It should be one of them. And jump to when you see Biden's face and see if that's where. I just want to bring out the point when he talks about the so-called black Latinos and Native American Indians, but that's where his timestamp is at. That way I can just jump straight to it here. But until then, I'm gonna come back. You just post it on the comment board. All right? But anyway, yeah, man. For those of you that's keeping up, that's pretty much this is a continuation of what they saying they gonna. The devil is gonna get it done, man. So the best way he's gonna get done was in the Father's will for him to get done. So another thing too is they targeting, pregnant women and so-called asthma sufferers and obese adults of any age can get the vaccine or the Maxxiane in New York from February 15th. So this just started a few days ago. Starting February 15th, people with a list of comorbidities as set by the CDC can get the Maxxiane across the state of New York. They include pregnancy, pulmonary disease, including asthma, cancer, and liver disease. Obese people and people with Alzheimer's disease or dementia are also eligible. Now, what does that got to do with your lungs? You know what I'm saying? The mass vaccination site at Yankee Stadium opened on Friday, but many spots remain unclaimed. There continues to be a huge amount of distrust among Black and Hispanic groups in the Maxxiane. So that's why they kicked the video off with these old ass Edomites, so-called white people talking about they waiting to get their second shot. You know they nothing more than warlocks and witches any dang way, in which we know you ain't supposed to suffer no wish to live. So these people on their way out. But anyway, and then those that don't know, this vaccination is witchcraft, which you cannot, get in the kingdom of heaven with. The Lord will not save you from the destruction that's coming if you're dealing with, even if you just administering it as a nurse or something like that, or a doctor. You have no right, no business as so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian, due to the covenant you under as a bloodline Hebrew Israelite. You have no business dealing with any of that, man. Because a supernatural force will, supernatural events will overcome your life, and it will be proven to you are a Hebrew Israelite when you partake in these customs of these people, man. Because they the damn devil. So you can keep being a doctor or nurse all you want, and the Lord gonna catch up with you. He gonna show you a Hebrew Israelite, man. This is not a movement. This is not a cult. This is nationality, truth, and rulership on the line here, man. All right, and destruction, judgment is being decided. So once you get whiff of it and you keep partaking in it, expect for unthinkable things and supernatural, divine intervention. Well, I won't even say divine intervention, supernatural, situations to come upon your life in many different events, to where it's gonna prove to you, okay, ever since I've been effing with this, it just ain't been right. Now, when you go into the word curse, Hebrew Israelites are under the curse right now. Right? Till Yahweh shall come back. Now, when you go to a curse is a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm. You see? And what got us cursed? Not keeping the Lord's commandments. You cannot deal with witchcraft, Witchcraft is the use or administering, giving out of drugs. You see what I'm saying? Not herbs, but drugs. Pharmakia, the things they give you in the pharmacy. That's the Greek word for witchcraft. It's pharmakia, pharmacy. All right. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, just for edification's sake, for those that may be new. All right. So you go to Ephesians, is in the 5th chapter, New Testament. Says it in whatever translation you reading in, man. All right. Salaki is actually Galatians, the 5th chapter. Galatians 5. All right. It says, but if ye, I'm gonna start at 18, but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these, which the Lord ain't dealing with. It says, and it tell you that. Let me jump here real quick for those that don't know, just for edification purposes. This will never get old because, you know, just like them rolling the Maxxiane out, it's not going to get old. They'll keep talking about it till it's done, man. So we going to keep bringing this out till shit, you niggas done, man, until this devil done bringing it out. All right, this is Romans. Well, we in the New Testament. Romans in the 8th chapter. And let's see what it says. All right. Now it says, I must just get to the point. This is I must get the context too, though. It says, verse 4, the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not in the flesh, but after the Spirit. Yeah, and it says the command, the law is spiritual, but I am so understand. So when you being spiritual, you gonna mind spiritual things, and the spiritual things is the words of this book, man. Not just the 10 commandments. It's commandments throughout the whole book. You know what I'm saying? That's why we hit highways and hedges. That's a commandment. Anyway, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. So the Lord and the 1/3, those that won't be destroyed, the hopeful elect that's been declared from the beginning, which are being mentioned right here. It says, for in us, where I start at, verse 4, that the righteousness of the law, because the laws was right. In it, you ain't supposed to be making no etchings or cuttings in your skin. You know what I'm saying? It says that the righteousness of the law, because that's right. That's the right thing to do. You ain't supposed to be putting holes in your skin, put drugs in your system, and alter your biology, man. But anyway, it says the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. Like Yahweh Shah said, think not I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. You see? And he represents the elect, those that the Lord will be dealing with and will save. You see? Who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So if you don't fulfill the law, you see what I'm saying? Bring out what it's actually about. It's to be put in use to keep yourself from the destruction that comes from not keeping it, not upholding it. That's why niggas is dropping dead from getting these holes put in their skin and put these chemical altering, in their bodies to alter they whole functions, man. They dying, man. You know, but they're doing that because they're walking after the flesh, not after the Spirit. Anyway, for they after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. It says, for to be carnally minded, still talking about the flesh, is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. See, because it's gonna keep you from being, distraught, hurt, niggas getting high cholesterol, they eat pork, and in the hospital 24/7. That's because you being carnal minded. You ain't being spiritual. That's why following these words is spiritual. It's gonna give you life and peace, keep you alive. And the Lord ain't gonna have to kill you, put you in a car accident or something like that. Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Heavenly Father. You see? So when you in your flesh, not doing what the words say. So that's getting these drugs. For it is not subject to the law, neither can indeed be. neither indeed can be. This is the point, verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. See? All right. Now, going back here to the point, Galatians 5:18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. It says you just in the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't constrained in your mind like, oh, I got it. Because you still following law when you ain't. That's what makes you these people hypocrites. When you ain't, if you're not keeping the words of this book, you're keeping somebody's words. You're keeping the words of the power of the prince of the air, man. Which I'm going to get real quick. And that's why the Lord is going to turn you over to the avenging, to the recompense of being cursed. Or the reality of being cursed, I'll say. Look, still in the New Testament. This is Ephesians in the 2nd chapter. It says, I'm going to start at 1. And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. And he brought us back and showed us the error in our ways by giving us this truth, which was, you know, having your life set back and you couldn't do things right and couldn't understand and had all type of issues and sicknesses and illnesses. And the Lord gave you this truth and all the good things that come with it. And through upholding it. Verse 2, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. Yeah, everybody gonna go to Publix. Everybody gonna go to Walmart. Those that are in the flesh, even if they so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are actually Israelites, they still gonna do it. Why? It says, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You see, so they follow, so niggas is hypocrites. They still follow commands. See that? Among whom we also had our conversation in times past. We was doing it too. But the Lord allowed us to wake up, man, and see the error in that, in the lust of our flesh. See that? Because you either in this truth, which will be in the spirit. You will be in the spirit. If you ain't in the truth, you are in your flesh. No matter if you don't hit no blocks, if you don't roll no nothing, if you don't take nobody nothing, you know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form, you are in the flesh, man. You probably a doctor, but you healthy, you know what I'm saying? You don't even take none of the drugs, but you administer it. You are in your flesh, man, if you're not in this truth. Now, I will say too, with being in this truth, you still like sometimes you can't keep the Shabbat, the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's certain pretty much I don't want to say it like, let me say it right, man. Pretty much with us still being in slavery and captivity and under these curses, it's still gonna be sin you subject to. You see what I'm saying? But it's not willful sin anymore. It's not ignorance. You see what I'm saying? Because really, you're keeping it in your spirit because you know you ain't supposed to be at work. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be, but you got to do what you got to do. That's the point of when you put on punishment, is to see the error in your ways, man. All right, but this is the point. Among whom also we had our conversation in time past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. See what you want to do, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. You see, so that's pretty much it. You can keep reading this, and they give you more, understanding on that. But this is the point. Galatians 5:18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. You just in the Spirit doing the right thing. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and lasciviousness. And then another point on this too that proves is just about it's about your where your mind is at. You're not that's why you're able to go to work and not get punished no more for versus when you just wasn't keeping the Shabbat at all. You had no clue about it and your life was effed up. But then when you come in the truth, you start doing more that appeases the Lord, and there's certain things you still can't do just because us being in slavery. But he put us here, so he understands that. But he wants you to be remorseful, and he desires. That's why it says he desires truth on the inward part. To tell you that Psalms 51st chapter, in the 51st chapter, in the 6th verse, he want to know where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? If you go off, he want to see, do you know you went off, and are you upset of going off? That's why it's written for us to be made perfect when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give us what we actually need to be such. But but it's only gonna be straight. It's gonna be the ones that's gonna receive it first. It's gonna be those that are like that, and during these times, the rest of our people that are not like that, they will be destroyed, and they'll come back as children through us. Lord willing, we be those people. But anyway, it says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft. Now, when you go into this word witchcraft, you get what you get. You get pharmakia. And it's literally going to tell you pharmacy. All right. See, when you go to the Strong's definition, medication, pharmacy. So you can't make this up, man. It's sorcery, it's witchcraft, man. You see, it's the deceptions and seductions of idolatry, which you could deal with witchcraft in so many different ways, but in this instance, witchcraft will be the administering of these drugs, the use or administering of these drugs. So they telling you outright dealing with witchcraft when you go to the Walmart's pharmacy. You see what I'm saying? It's clear, man. So it's no excuse, man. We have no goddamn excuse. All right. So that's pretty much it. As I said, okay, the brother got that on here. The 1 hour 30 mark. We're gonna go to that. They pretty much rolling this out to make this thing big. They got a Maxxination site at the Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that the distrust among Black and Hispanic groups in the Maxxine, they're still what they, trying to talk. They like, man, we can't, because our people know in their spirit, this nigga the devil, these people the devil, and we ain't supposed to be touching this stuff. But they trying to play on in every little angle they can play on. Pregnant women, because people think about it, people gonna be always thinking about the child. Well, my child is subjected. The whole COVID thing is a respiratory acute virus or something like that, right? So it deals with the lungs supposedly. So anybody with asthma, they already know that they believe that's so just deadly and just so, and it is, but it's fixes to these things, Lord, he heals and he wounds. He gave you that, really, and then he got the fix out here too. But anyway, you got people that's they understand the trauma of having that, so they gonna be more considerate of this respiratory virus that's out here known as COVID. So that's why they targeting weak people that will be more soft to the idea of taking this vaccination. You see what I'm saying? And that is definitely found amongst our people. Because our people, we curse. They got all these damn, diseases and ailments. Finish this off, curse, a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. You see? So what causes that supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment is what was written in Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter, and the 28th chapter, and the 15th verse. If you don't keep the Lord's words, and it's this whole book, man, and it's willfully, ignorantly, with you being a Hebrew Israelite, you have a deal with him. That's a part of the contract you sign. If you keep it, you're going to be above all people. If you don't, I can inflict harm and punishment on y'all as period. Every Hebrew Israelite. So that's why our nation are in the situation they are in and being targeted. So-called Blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians are the people that signed. They are the people that signed that deal. They are the Hebrew Israelites. They go back to Hebrew Israelites. You see what I'm saying? So try to be a doctor or minister in this after hearing this now. Try to be somebody still going to get the shot anyway after hearing this now. And see if that supernatural power, if a supernatural power doesn't arise and appear in your life, and to inflict harm in different events that may occur in your day-to-day walk, in America, or wherever you may be, in the form of punishing you, and see if it doesn't appear to be clear. All right. So that's that. Now I'm gonna go to this damn devil. He said it's the first volume. All right. Let's see, where is we at? Let me find it. All right, that's 3. Okay, 1. And it's the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. See, there go the devil. There he is.
Food and fooding steadily.
Go back to it.
No, you good. I thought I could hear it. They can hear it. Oh, yeah.
So we need to address vaccine hesitancy and build trust.
It's a lie.
In many communities.
See?
We know that's the case, for example.
That's it.
Follow it though, you know? You go ahead. Go ahead. So, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. It says, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Whose trust? To thy trust. Yeah, we won't. See that? Come on. Avoid it. See, you gotta avoid. Obey. See, Esau. See that? And vain Babylon. See that? That's Esau. And what? And vain what? Vain Babylon. See that? Babylon. See that? Woo. Go ahead. And opposition of science falsely so-called. See, it's actually against science. You know what I'm saying? This nigga against science. Science is not witchcraft, right? Witchcraft is just witchcraft. Witchcraft is not science. He doing the little dumb squint, you know what I'm saying?
I'm confused why you guys are taking the vaccine.
You got it, brother. You good. Listen.
Bring the vaccine, millions more are already to get it. We also know we need to address vaccine hesitancy and build trust in many communities. And we know that's the case, for example, in Black, Latino, and Native Americans. People will not always be treated with dignity and honesty they deserve by the federal government and the scientific community throughout our history.
Yeah,
We're also seeing that disinformation campaigns are already underway to further undermine trust in the vaccine. Our administration launched a massive public education campaign to rebuild that. Will help people understand what science tells us. That the vaccine can help reduce the risk of COVID infection and can better safeguard our health and the health of our families and our communities. It's a critical piece to account for a tragic reality of the disproportionate impact this virus has had on Black, Latino, and Native American people who are being infected about 4 times the rate of white Americans and dying at only 3 times the rate. This is unacceptable. It's unconscionable. Equity is central to our COVID response. Vice President I committed to making sure communities of color will.
It's the point. So you hear it, man. They targeting you. They see, you know? Yeah. And I'm gonna close out after this. I got one more video and that'll be it.
There are tens of millions of doses of vaccine sitting unused in freezers around the country, while people who want and need the vaccine can't get it. To fix the problem by encouraging states to allow more people to get vaccinated beyond healthcare workers. We'll share those groups as quickly as they think we can.
Future, they get there means the fabric is uncomfortable, but the designs are warm.
That includes anyone 65 years old, a population that has accounted for over 80% of the deaths today. 80% deaths today. We also have to continue vaccinating frontline essential workers like educators, first responders, grocery store workers, etc. It won't mean that everyone in this group will get vaccinated, as the supply is not where it needs to be. But it will mean that vaccines become available, as they become available, will reach more people who need them, who will reach out and get the vaccine used. The second thing we're going to change, if we're getting more people vaccinated, then we need more vaccination sites.
See?
That's how we're going to harness the full resources of the
See? That's how you get this damn, you go back. See? That's it.
The reason I love
That's
using
it, man.
StreamYard, well, that's easy. I can make, Chris Brogan, I can make a show like.
The push to connect seniors to COVID-19 vaccinations is ramping up in Florida this week as more pharmacies are joining the list.
WPTV News Channel 5's Lenny Sapal joins us from Winn-Dixie and Vero Beach, where the store just rolled out vaccines today.
Good evening.
So when you see that word pharmacy, you know it literally means witchcraft now, man.
At 2 o'clock this afternoon, Miss Winn-Dixie here in Vero Beach started administering its first batch of COVID-19 vaccines, but appointments were fully booked before the day even began, causing more frustration and confusion.
And you see they got a damn so-called black woman up here running her damn mouth. You see in her eyes, ain't nobody home. You know what I'm saying? Nobody home, bro. Ain't nobody in there. That's a damn demon, man. All right? Now, this came out February 11th, and we go back here. This is from, we don't got the date. Well, this was from January 17th. So the devil done put work in, man. They done came through. It tell you in Revelation, the 12th chapter, and the 12th verse, but the devils come down unto you having great wrath, man, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So they done got not only the Maxxianations made, but they got them at all these different places. Like he said, they got to be available in all these different places in the community, man. You know, and what more better than your local Walmart, your Publix, these different stores, Sam's Clubs, you know.
If we're getting more people vaccinated, then we need more vaccination sites.
A vaccination site would be, you know, Walmart pharmacy giving it out, Publix pharmacy giving out. That's a vaccination site. They got it being done at the Yankee Stadium, man.
That's how we're going to harness the full resources.
The Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx. That's what most Jake said.
The federal government to establish thousands of community vaccination centers.
And it's, mind you, the Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx, which is one of the, I think it's like in the top 5 most impoverished places in America.
First day in office, I'll instruct the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to begin setting up the first of these centers. By the end of our first month in office, we will have 100 federally supported centers across the nation that will ultimately vaccinate millions of people. If we're getting more people vaccinated, then we need more vaccination sites. That's how we're going to harness the full resources of the federal government to establish.
He said that's what we're going to harness. You know what I'm saying?
Thousands of community vaccination centers. On my first day in office, I'll instruct the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to begin setting up the first of these centers. By the end of our first month in office, we will have 100 federally supported centers across the nation.
This has been his first month. It's February. He's been in about a month now.
That will ultimately vaccinate millions of people.
So we got to keep up with the narrative that we can keep up with. All the speculations and all that shit. Man, bro, you're going to be lost.
Places that are convenient and accessible. School gymnasium, sports stadium.
Matter of fact, we're going to let the devil rock. We're going to let him rock. Real quick, let's just stop. One quick scripture. Let me give whoever can get Isaiah 42 and 26. Confirming this word of his. 43. No, as a matter of fact, it's 44 and 26. Yep.
It's Isaiah chapter 44, verse 26, that confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers.
See that? So yeah, man.
And look, that came to pass because we brought this out, that this was important, that he was gonna roll out, you know what I'm saying, these different sites so it can be harnessed in the community. They was gonna put so many sites in our communities, and that's what they doing, man. That happened. So the Lord said he confirmed the word of his servants. You see? So we set up, man. We set up. We set up, man. The Lord set us up. All right. And we consider ourselves, consider ourselves blessed, man. And we know what the hell is going on. And the Lord is giving us things that count. And you know what I'm saying? This is the narrative, man. That's something they actually said that came to pass, and we brought that out. Like, look, if we're gonna do this, and then fast forward today, you see what I'm saying? They done did it. It's here we are. Winn-Dixie store now giving Maxine. See, places you ain't even heard of, man.
That's going into making the truth. You see what I'm saying? This is everything we just sat up here and said. And look, we saying it before it happened. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even happened yet.
And now it did today.
So what is these
or a few days ago?
What really doing? Man, I'll promise you, man. You got it, bro. Oh, shit.
Partisan groups of county officials, mayors, governors, tribal leaders, leaders of the private sector, who shared their ideas with us about the sector. And as we build that, we're going to make sure it's done equitably. We're going to make sure that vaccination centers in the community get hardest by the thing. The Black and Latino communities, the rural communities as well.
They said rural, Black, Latino communities and rurals is rural. Those are outright slums. It's a Walmart in every slum. The neighborhood could be broke down. It's a Walmart there, bro. There's some Book of Eli stuff.
In the first month of our administration, we're going to deploy mobile clinics.
There it is. This is the part I wanted. He said we're going to apply mobile clinics. They want to get it to the point where it's a damn Maxxination truck. You like Jose with the food truck. They want a damn Maxxination truck sitting in neighborhoods type ordeal. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what they do.
Mobile clinics moving between communities that will partner with community health centers.
And as I said, that's what they seem like they want to do. We're going to see what they're going to do. But that's how I hear it, you know. So if that happened, won't be surprised. You know, but it's going to really show the depths that this devil wants to go on our people, man. They want to commit an act of genocide on us. It's just crazy. We're gonna get you devils. Lord gonna get you devils. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah gonna get you devils.
Mobile primary care doctors to offer vaccines to hard-hit and hard-to-reach communities in cities, small towns, and rural communities. And to staff up these centers, we will mobilize thousands of clinical and non-clinical professionals. Look at the people deployed when we deploy natural disasters.
Ooh, ain't we in a national disaster right now with the Texas thing? Texas is in a national disaster.
Experts from the Federal Emergency Management, the FEMA, the Center of Disease Control,
FEMA,
Public Health Service Commission.
All right, that's it, man. So you can go back, watch this thing yourself. I got one more video. I wasn't trying to make this long, you know, but just edifying. Lord willing, this has been edifying. We're going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to grab this. And then the brother said, the showdown must happen, brother. This what going to break that yoke off our people's neck. The Most High is allowing this to happen. That's right. That's right, man. You know, so a bunch of niggas getting destroyed is actually, you know, by their oppressor that they love so much is actually is mercy. The Lord is going to allow that to be the same thing to take them out of the captivity, you know, because once you dead and gone, the devil can't do nothing to you no more. You see what I'm saying? So 2/3 of our people will be eradicated. The 1/3 gonna make it out. And then at that point, no more devil. He in slavery. After 1,000 years, no more so-called white man. He's finished. All right. So yeah, that's right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Now this is February 19th. He said, "I'm confident we will exceed 2021. I'm confident we will exceed goal of 100 million doses in first 100 days." Now, if we go back to what he was inaugurated, January 20th, however many days it's been now, we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely on roll with laying these Maxxianations out at all these places, man. You know. And you got people, actors, that's gonna help get it done, and people that's actually taking it, that fall for the okie doke, man. All right.
People's lives. I want you to know that we're talking about people's lives.
So they sticking with the script. They got a plan, and that's what they trying to execute, man. All right. And I might not even go into this. I might come back, do another watch on it, you know, because it's enough. So now what do? We take this and see that it is marvelous in our eyes, you know, because this is the Lord's doing. He's allowing this. You know, it's the very thing that's going to get Esau ass put out of power because he being a damn witch. Well, therefore, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. And that's talking about the 1/3, you know. All right, we dwell in the heavens, man. We don't walk in the flesh. We don't dwell in the world. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, don't mind. He said, mind things of the, let me grab it real quick, just to prove that. Colossians 3. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above. So that's how we know it's talking about us. And that's the heavens. That's what's above. Where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Heavenly Father. Set your things, your affection on things above, so like it set your affection on things above the heavens, not on things on the earth. You see that? So that's that, man. All right. So Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All right. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. That's manifold. You know, the heavens is not down here with the crap that Esau got going on. And then, so the heavens themselves, you know, the skies exactly as much. And then us ultimately dwelling in the heavens spiritually. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, people that have their mind on things on the earth, and of the sea, which goes into people, masses of people. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. And that's pretty much what is you know going on. And
I want you to know that once we beat COVID, we're going to do everything we can to end cancer as we know it. I've asked Dr. Eric Lander, a renowned Harvard MIT scientist, to co-lead the Presidential Council of Advisors in Science and Technology and the Office of Science and Technology Policy. These are White House offices that bring together the country's top scientists and address our most pressing needs. They'll be part of the administration's work to develop a DARPA-like advanced research effort on cancer and other diseases, just like there is DARPA in the Defense Department.
all right, so yeah, we're gonna stop right there. I'm gonna run that back.
Presidential Council of Advisors in Science and Technology. Once we beat COVID, we're going to do everything we can to end cancer as we know it.
See, so this nigga on a warp. He's and so Lord has been edifying. We give our honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father, name His Son Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Till next time, Shalom.